Hello everybody, this is your department chair. Today I will explain how aptitudes work. Aptitudes are the attributes inside this red box of a training. Each training has three types of aptitudes: track, distance, and style. These aptitudes can be raised by raised bars or flexes. I will make another video for that details, but at the moment you just need to know if you are not comfortable with the original aptitudes, you have a way to raise them. And of course, only the aptitudes relevant to the course and selected style apply. That is, if you are running Alimakinen, that is a turf, long distance course, and you run the race with late surgery style, then only turf A here, long A here, late A here apply. And a track aptitude affects the acceleration by power states. I won't go deep into the formulas of this game here, but this is not a modifier of power states. So if you hear anything about, oh, this training has S track aptitude, S turf aptitude, so her power is timed by blah blah blah. No, that is not correct. So what is the observation of the acceleration by power states? Okay, if the aptitude is bad, for example, most turf trainings have G aptitudes, dirt aptitude. So if you put her to run the dirt course, the training will trail far behind right after braking from the gate. And if you have some braking gate acceleration skill, so you can keep your training in the normal position, when your training becomes, if your training starts to spurt, in this game, when all trainees, all Uma Musume try to spurt, they need to accelerate for a long distance, for a long period, to reach the top speed in spurt. And if the aptitude is bad, the acceleration by power states ability it drops down. It will take much more time to reach the top speed, and you will be overridden because everybody else reach the top speed rapidly, and you are still in the slow speed, so you won't win. And also, an S-track aptitude is somewhat meaningful. It is better than A, but far from necessary. Usually, we will not appreciate a turf S aptitude very much. I will explain how to read the alphabets of track aptitudes afterwards, not here. And the distance aptitudes. Distance aptitudes affect the spurt velocity by speed states. You will also hear somebody says, oh, distance aptitude is a speed modifier. So if I have a S aptitude, the speed is timed by 1.1. Okay, strictly, distance of aptitude is not a modifier of the speed states. However, it can be a good approximation. On the formula, distance aptitudes aren't the direct modifier to the speed states, but as a result, it's very near. It's very near if you treat it as a modifier. It's because it's due to the shape of the formula. So it is fine. For distance aptitude, it is fine. And distance aptitude is the most important aptitudes, because an S distance aptitude can be approximated by speed status 1.1 times, that is 10%. 10% raise. And if you raise your speed from 1200 to 1320, it will act like you have more than 2 in body and mind. This is a rare spurt velocity skill. Yeah, that's in fact the spurt speed affects more in long distance race rather than the sprints, but it does not matter. In all distance, the distance aptitudes are the most important. There are many premises, for this description, for this statement, but distance S is near a must if you want to win PvP. B and lower distance is not acceptable in the PvP. Your training will spurt very slow, and even in career it makes you lose much more. So you always need to care about the distance aptitudes. Always use A, or in the late, after we have better support cars, and when we need to run more races in other scenarios, we will run courses with B, distance aptitude, because we want to focus on raising our main distance instance into S. But in such case, we need to raise our speed states much higher. So to win the courses with only B aptitude. And the style aptitudes. Okay, then the style aptitudes are actual weight modifiers. The table is here. And however, this modifier does not affect skill activation probability, the most important part now. So, and even more, style aptitudes also do not affect the in-career 400 bonus. That means if your trainee has G style aptitudes and her weight is 0, but in career, a race, your trainee still has 400 weight in a race. Other than the skill activation probability. This 400 bonus does not affect the activation probability. That's why we need some weight states in the career. Thus, this is the most irrelevant aptitude at the moment, or you need to be very, very late to make style aptitudes meaningful. So we don't discuss that now. Okay, so as a conclusion and how to read the alphabets, in career and PvP is different. First, in career, run courses with distance aptitude B or higher, and better only with A or S if your speed is not very high. The track aptitude is looser. The dirt B does not stop you to run dirt races, or usually we don't care about the dirt B. So you can run Oguri Cap and El Condo Pasta for the dirt courses without any, you don't need to worry about that. And even D has a chance. We have some dirt D. If your speed is good, or even you have some acceleration skills, you can try. You can try D track aptitudes. I don't promise that you can win, but you have a chance. And the style aptitudes is negligible. You can just front run everyone. The front G really does not matter in a career. And for PvP, distance aptitude S is almost a must. and the others are better than nothing. We usually don't care. Yeah, that's all. And that's all for today's video. If you like my video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, or join our membership to support us. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.